All
Okay.
right. Um, Go ahead and get you officially checked in here. Joel Mueller, I have you down as the applicant. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, great. I see we also have Matt Scheid from our zoning department. Welcome, Matt.
Good morning.
And I
All
was
right.
told by the homeowner, Kyle Schweikert, uh, just about 30 minutes ago that he cannot get out of a meeting at work, so he will not be here.
Okay, no problem. Are you ready to proceed without him?
Yes,
Okay, great. And you're not expecting anyone else to join us here today?
I am not.
Okay, fantastic. I need to read through our hearing script. This will basically just cover the procedure for the hearing, and then we'll jump into it. So this is the December 6th, 2023 session of the zoning hearing examiner docket. The case before us today is case number ZH20230165. That's 3427 Paxton. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and any potential opposing parties to testify and to offer and refute evidence and testimony. This hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any potential opposing party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. The applicant, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. If there were someone here from the public, they'd have an opportunity to speak after the applicant had presented its case. We'll hear from the zoning department. And in the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to this application, the applicant will have an opportunity to respond to that testimony offered in opposition. And then finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make any closing statements. After all presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions may be expected in 2 weeks. In the event of any technical difficulties with the Zoom technology, I'll do my best to troubleshoot those on the fly, but to the extent there's some defect that prevents us from meaningfully going forward with this hearing, I may continue or postpone the hearing at my discretion. All right, just need to swear in our witnesses. So if you guys can each unmute, need you to raise your right hand and answer out loud. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Yes.
Okay, great. Um, all right, Mr. Mueller, have you been through a zoning hearing before?
Just one, yes.
Okay, great. If you're ready to proceed, the floor is yours.
Okay. So the basic outline of this is we're looking to redo a deck. The deck that is currently there is as far onto the property line as our new deck would be. There's only a small adjustment to the edge of the deck that is along that property line. We're just going to straighten out an edge. So essentially, the deck that is currently there is deteriorated beyond repair, just with common or regular age. So our new deck or our deck replacement is going to follow pretty much the same outline of what was there existing. It just is already past what the restrictions are for the setbacks on the side yard. We're planning on just replacing it in the same area, same design as what's there.
Same
A
dimensions?
couple items. I'm sorry.
Same dimensions?
It is the same dimensions with the exception of right now there's a jagged edge to the deck. I'm not really sure why it was designed that way in the first place, but we're just straightening that edge out. So the dimensions are the same. The stairs will come down in a different way because we're going to straighten out that edge. And then there's a couple items of note. There are if you're looking at the existing house, there's kind of a jet back into the backyard, and the deck kind of is L-shaped around that. There are exits on both sides, so on the rear of that setback and on the side that's infringing on that setback. So since there's exits from the house, we do need to have something there, whether it's this deck or some sort of exit because there's a doorway there. So that's why we're asking for the variance, but it's a pretty straightforward project.
Okay. Is there anything about the design of the new deck that would increase any adverse impacts for the neighboring property owners?
No.
Any additional blocking of light or wind or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Anything else right now?
I don't have anything else.
Okay. Mr. Lashad?
Hey, thanks, David. Yeah, pretty straightforward project for us. Zoning district requires a 7-foot side yard setback. There's some allowances for smaller lots that would reduce it to about 5 feet, but Typically in this zoning district, lots are expected to be 50 feet wide. House was built in late 1800s. The lot's only 36 feet wide, so I feel it would be impractical to impose these requirements on a lot that, is much narrower than we typically expect to see in this district. They are replacing the deck with a deck that's pretty much the same size, same location. I don't think there'd be any negative impacts for the neighbors. If anything, it might look a little bit more appealing. Yeah, not much more to add. Staff recommends
Okay.
approval.
Okay, great. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I don't think I have any other questions about this either. Mr. Mueller, anything you'd like to say in closing or otherwise before we adjourn here today?
Oh, I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I've had a chance to review the application materials and the staff report, and based on that, based on the testimony here today, I am going to approve the project. I need to formalize that approval in a written decision. If you've been through this before, then you know that typically takes about 2 weeks. I'll do everything I can to get that out to you as soon as possible. As soon as you have that, well, I'll put the decision in a PDF. I'll email it to you. As soon as you have that email, then Matt can approve the permitting on his end, and hopefully you can move forward.
Okay. And I need a reminder on that. When that approval, excuse me, when that approval goes through, that will be just for the zoning, and then it would move over to the building. Is that something that I need to reapply for, or will that automatically go through on the city permit office end?
So once I will send you in the same email, I'll send you and Matt a copy of the decision. Once Matt has that email, then he can approve the permitting.
Okay.
For the zoning, you're right. The building, I don't have a window in. I don't know if Matt, if you're able to see anything on your end. But if you haven't gotten your building permit approvals outside of the zoning approvals, then that is something you may need to do. Matt, do you have any
Okay.
insight on that?
Yeah, let me look and see. Mr. Mueller, you already applied for this permit, right? Or have
Correct.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me check here. Yeah, let me look on our software here. I'm pulling up the permit here. All right, so it looks like building plans exam has reviewed it. They've signed off with one condition, zoning still pending approval. And that's it. So yeah, once we see the decision in writing, I can sign off zoning approval for this, and then the permit should be able to be issued. There's one condition from building plans exam about the construction joists at 16-inch on center, max spacing, guard, max opening size less than 4 inches. Sure, you're familiar with those requirements, but yeah. So once we receive the decision, I'll be able to sign off zoning approval, and then should be able to get your permit issued pretty soon after that.
Sounds good. I appreciate it, fellas.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, good luck with the project. Have a great day. And,
You too.
we're adjourned.